Hi, good morning. What are we at now? We're at the end of week 9. Had a reasonable week as far as weight loss is concerned. So I'll do the numbers and woohoo! I'm in the 80s. Not literally, I'm not 80, but my weight's down in the 80s. So I was 89.2 this morning, so I've lost another 0.8 of a kilo, which is about roughly £2. So that's really good, and I'm surprised really because, not surprised, but I did have a couple of little cheesy wobbles, shall we say, last week where I did succumb to a wedge of cheese, but you know, it is what it is, and I can't change that. So yeah, it's been pretty good. The only thing, this week's been a really roller coaster up and down wise. I've had some really good things happen this week and some not so good things happen this week. So I'll start with the not so good things. So at the beginning of the week, probably around Wednesday, I got these bad stomach pains, and they went on. And I thought, come the end of Thursday, I thought I've had it before. I mean, I don't want to bore you with all the grisly details, but I've had it before, and I think it's all to do with my hernia, my hiatus hernia. So anyway, cutting a long story short, went to the doctors, and she's now booked me in to see a gastroenterologist, and I've got to have a endoscope thing put down and have a look at what's going on with the hernia. So not happy about having that done, but at the end of the day, I think we'll see if it's being aggravated in any way. And I've developed this cough on top of that. Now, I know the cough is part of the hernia symptoms because it causes a reflux into my throat, although I don't get the burning sensation anymore because I've taken the medication for that. But it does aggravate my throat and it makes me cough a lot. But on top of that, I think I've also had a little bit of a virus infection this week with feeling a few sort of flu-y symptoms and not 100%, shall we say. So, so that's all culminated sort of, Friday throughout the weekend. I did feel better yesterday and I feel fine today. So I'm hoping I'm gonna, get that sorted out. So that's enough of that. So, and the highs have been really good. I've had, and another negative is this tablet. I've got a tablet that I do everything on. I do all my filming with it. My whole life. Oh, it sounds sad, doesn't it? Like a young person, but everything I do is on this tablet, and I think it might have some. Well, my husband calls it malware. Now that's totally off my head. I don't know what that means, but he thinks there might be something wrong with it because we've been having really bad connection problems with our internet. And it seems to be me mainly with this tablet that I'm using. And when I turn my internet off on this tablet, our other devices work far better. They can connect better and stuff. So we think there's something wrong with my tablet. And this week, apart from today, because I have to use my tablet to upload a video simply because I've got my photographs and that on here that I'm going to insert. But after, that's turn the internet on to do that. And then after that, we're turning the internet off on this tablet. I've got a smaller one that my husband's got that I can use in the interim period until we work it out. So, but that aside, that's just life, it's little hiccups and that. So, that's fine. So apart from that, it's been, so the positives are, I've had a great week. I've had 2 visits this week. One from my friend Penny, who lives up the road, one of my orchid buddies. And she came round on Friday and I did lunch and we had We had a really nice lunch, and that was great. She spent the afternoon here, and we talked orchids and all the other stuff and family stuff, and like women do, and it was great. And then yesterday I had a visit from one of my subscribers, Margaret. So it was great. It was really nice. She's always left really nice remarks, been very supportive on my channel around my weight loss, which is great. And I met her yesterday, and it was really nice. It's like I really knew her, because we'd sort of talked a little bit on my two channels, and so she came round and we had lunch, and yeah, and walked around the garden and looked at the orchids, because she watches my other channel as well. And it was really nice. So I really enjoyed that. I like visits and that. It's breaks up the week, and so that's been really good. So on the, excuse me a minute, this cough is really annoying. So on the food, all around the food situation, we're on the green dinners now, 5 meals a week. Family portion. Like I say, we're making it stretch out for a fortnight. I didn't do one last night because, like I say, Margaret came round, so I had what I would normally have for evening meal size for lunch. So I had my lunch and the evening meal, and I did my husband something else, so that was fine. So we had 3 meals last week, and they were very nice, and I forgot to take a photograph of one of them, but the other two, I will put them up here, and one was a cauliflower-based ensemble of something, and it was really, really nice, and my husband prepared that. We had it over the weekend, and he did it on the Saturday and Sunday, so he followed the instructions, and he cooked the meal, so he did the whole thing from beginning to end, and it was very nice. So it just goes to show my husband's like he can do basic cooking like most men, but he's no cook, he's not familiar with putting flavours together or anything like that. And he managed to do these green dinner meals really well. So, it's not hard. It's not hard. So, not that I'm saying he's not up for a challenge, but what I'm saying is they are easy meals to do. And and then the other one was, so the cauliflower and, it was with noodles. It was very nice. But the other one was some sort of pumpkin and roasted broccoli with sauce and stuff on quinoa and avocado and sliced cucumber. It was okay. I do find sometimes their timings in the oven is not quite right. Whether they're doing it on a commercial basis when they work out their timings, when they send you the recipe. But I always find that you have to basically sort of do half as much time again in your home oven, if you like, because it doesn't seem to cook so well. So we didn't quite, it was cooked, but it wasn't cooked as well as it could have been. But it was fine, because you're only eating sort of semi-raw broccoli, and that's not a big deal. So, but it was, it was okay, but I wouldn't sort of go out of my way to order it in a restaurant, put it that way. So yeah, so apart from that, everything's okay. Other noticing things is I've noticed I've got, I'm digging around now in the bottom of my underwear drawer, and I'm finding things in there that I didn't know I had, that have got buried as I've got, when I got fatter and fatter and fatter. And I'm finding some quite nice underwear that now fits me, which is quite nice. So as the old stuff is not fitting me, I am actually throwing it away, because I am not going back. I'm not going back to being large again. I've made up my mind, and that's it. So I'm not, yeah. So, and it feels good. It feels really good to throw that rubbish, that old underwear. And it was very old underwear. It was, some of it wouldn't even worth washing it and putting it away or nothing. It was, I seem to wear it and wear it and wear it out. So, so it feels good to get some nicer stuff and wear some nicer stuff. Likewise, this is sort of like a bit of a weird one. I had a nice pair of 3/4 length jeans that I could never wear recently because of the, because I was big. and I kept them, and I could put them in the back of the wardrobe. And anyway, so the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, I've been wearing them because they've been fitting nice and all that. But I noticed yesterday they kept falling down a little bit. I kept pulling them up and pulling them up. So I thought, oh, so they are now too big for me, which is great. So what I've decided to do, they're too good to throw away. So I've washed them. I'm washing them this morning, and I'm going to put a little pile of stuff like that, decent stuff that doesn't fit me, in the bedroom. And as I get a bag full, I'm going to take it down the charity shop, and somebody else can wear that. And then obviously, like I say, the old stuff just gets binned. So so that's really good. So yeah, so I think really that's all up. It's been a fairly easy process for me. I mean, it's been easier than I thought it would be. There have been times, don't get me wrong, there have been times when I've been out, especially when I've been out and I've been able to access, when I've had access to being able to purchase bad things, shall we say, and I fought the urge. I have had to fight the urge sometimes. So I find that now I've got some sugar-free gum, and if I really, really feel, I want something, I'll just pop a sugar-free gum in my mouth and chew that for a bit. And I remember back, when I lost weight before, that's what I used to do then, and so that used to help, So I'm not really getting what I would call hunger pangs. I think they're more habit pangs. You get into a habit of popping things into your mouth prior to the diet, and so I've had to sort of curb that, really, because I've done it for so long. It becomes a sort of a habit that you're not even aware of. So I've now got to become aware of it and not just pop things in my mouth. So yeah, so all in all, I think things are doing well. I'm still there, I'm getting down to, like I say, my next big goal now is the 15k, lose the 15 kg. So I'm well on my way to that goal. I sort of anticipate maybe another 4 weeks to reach that, so that'll be good. But there's no pressure, as long as I'm still going down, that's the main thing. So yeah, so I think that's all now for this week. I'll quit rambling on, and I'll catch up with you next week, which will be the end of week 10. So thanks for watching, and thanks for all your continuing support and comments. I really do appreciate it. And it feels good that I can talk to you guys like this. It does help. It helps quite a bit. And yeah. So anyway, everyone enjoy your day or evening or night or whatever it is. And I'll catch up with you again. Bye.